that, little Ali fan. Let's go to the excitement of the World Cup of Gymnastics.
Thank heaven for little girls. But these young ladies are much more than that. These are some of the finest athletes in the world. And they have gathered in the Palacio de Deportes in Oviedo, Spain, for the all-around championship of the World Cup of Gymnastics. The great explosion of women's gymnastics was heralded by the arrival of Olga Korbut in Munich. The banner was next picked up by Nadia Comaneci in Montreal. Nadia is currently on a hiatus from competition, reportedly working on new routines. So today we'll be spotlighting some of her toughest competition over the next few years. As we watch the beauty, excitement, and danger of women's gymnastics, we're in picturesque Oviedo, located in the heart of the Basque Country in northern Spain. I'm Charlie Jones, and working with me is NBC's gymnastics expert, former Olympian Nancy Thies. Nancy, just how good is this World Cup field here in Oviedo, Spain?
Many of the girls that we're going to be seeing today are girls who will be winning the medals in the 1980 Olympics in Moscow. One of those girls is Maria Filatova, who I'm sure many will remember as the 4'6" mighty mite from the 76 Olympics. Because of that Olympic experience, Maria has really come into her own.
And Nancy will also have an opportunity to see two young American competitors.
Denise Cheshire, whose best event is the uneven parallel bars. At the ripe old age of 18, she's the oldest of our American gymnasts, and not only is she the oldest, but she's also a freshman at USC, and a schedule like that is difficult to keep. The other gymnast is 15-year-old Lisa Cawthron, whose best event is the vault. This happens to be Lisa's first international competition in Europe.
The Russians are favored in the World Cup, Nancy, but they will be without this three-time Olympian.
The one and only Lyudmila Teresheva. 9 medals in Olympic competition, and this is her first meet as the new Russian national coach.
The uneven parallel bars in the all-around. This is Maria Filatova of Russia, the 16-year-old Olympic gold medalist.
Maria is one of the favorites here, but by no means a shoo-in. She starts with a front somersault mount right over the low bar. You'll notice that she does have quite a few somersault tricks in this routine. Comes another one. She's going to go for a 1.5 twist. Really working very smoothly. And here she gets ready to go for a dismount. She fights for the landing.
Maria Filatova, the Soviet Union. Maria needs a 9.5 to take the lead, as Vera Cherna of Czechoslovakia has a 9.45. And a well-deserved pat on the back from her national coach.
Watch as she goes into her soul circle with 1.5 twist. She has to initiate the trick with her hips right there. Now she's getting ready to go for a dismount. She has a slight problem because her feet leave the high bar a little early. So she lands fighting for the finish.
Her score, a 9.75. So Filatova has taken the lead in the uneven parallel bars, the first event of the all-around. Next up, Marta Egavari of Hungary, the bronze medalist in this event in Montreal.
Marta is the first girl ever to do a back uprise to the high bar, and here it comes. She made it. Marta has her strength going for her. Watch how she has complete control of the routine. Really works the bars well. She's getting ready to go for a dismount. Solid landing.
Marta Egavari of Hungary challenging for the lead.
She has a front somersault over the low bar for a mount. Now she's getting ready to go for the back uprise. You really have to have lots of shoulder strength for this trick, and you also have to lead with your hips right there. Now she's going into an eagle grab and a hop catch over the low bar.
Her score, a 9.55. That puts Egavari in second place.
Denise Cheshire of the United States is up next, and I had a chance to ask her what the key is to her routine.
I usually, if I don't rush it and just take one movement at a time, I usually do pretty good.
Your dismount is somewhat original. What made you choose to do that?
It used to be the compulsory dismount, and we added a twist onto it because I could do that really good. And it catches the attention of the people and the judges, and they like to see twisting.
Denise Cheshire of the United States. Now remember, the all-around champion is determined by combining the scores of all 4 events.
This is Denise's best event, and if she can really hit her routine well, she has a good chance in the individual finals.
That will be on NBC Sportsworld next Sunday.
Oh, she's supposed to do that over the bar the other way.
Oh, no. That'll take her out of the all-around competition.
She has 30 seconds to get back up on the bar. It's really hard to gain your composure after falling off. That was another bobble. Her legs should have stayed together. Now she's getting ready to go for her dismount.
Oh, disappointed but still smiling, Denise Cheshire.
Here's where she lost it. She's supposed to turn and go over the low bar, but Denise does a good job of thinking fast and almost covers up. She comes off the bar a little too early and can't quite get to the high bar. If falling off, your first reaction is to jump back up on the bars, but it's so difficult to get your swing back. You can see when she bobbles right here again. Now going for the dismount, Denise hits a little too low on her legs, near the knees, so she doesn't get the repulsion off of the high bar that she needs.
Her score? Well, it's an 8.2. So that puts her at the bottom of the list in the all-around. And just like at the Ali track meet in Long Beach, everyone in Oviedo, Spain wants an autograph. We'll be back with more World Cup competition, including Lisa Cothran of Arlington, Texas, in just a moment.
Excuse me, sir. I'd like you to try something.
Okay.
Hold out your hand.
Hey, what is that?
That's Track 2 shave cream, and that's another brand. Feel any different?
The Track 2 feels heavier.
That's because the Track 2 is heavier. It's packed with moisturizers.
Moisturizers?
They help hold the moisture in your skin so your face feels good after you shave.
After I shave?
It'll feel soft and moisturized.
Great. Wait, what do I do now?
Shave?
Track 2, heavy with moisturizers.
Mike Collins, the dry look. Barbara Day, the dry look.
Sure, he looks great, but I'll bet he's a stiff.
What?
Your hair, I'll bet it feels stiff.
No way. I use the Dry Look pump spray. Leaves hair feeling as soft and natural as it looks.
Not stiff.
Regular aerosol or pump spray in 3 different formulas. Get the dry look and get the dry look.
And don't be a stiff.
You have to be dedicated, demanding, driven. It took Datsun to design the one and only King Cab. Up to 11 cubic feet of storage behind the seats. Try finding that in any other small pickup.
Nobody demands more from a Datsun than Datsun. We are driven.
Keep on thinking big, Datsun.
Schlitz Light.
Schlitz Light beer has a third fewer calories than our other fine beer, and all the taste beer drinkers expect from Schlitz.
Is that what he always drinks? Yep, it's his beer. It's the only light beer with gusto. Oh, yeah?
Schlitz Light. Beer drinkers know it took Schlitz to bring the taste to light.
This is Charlie Jones and Nancy Thies. We're back in Oviedo, Spain, for the all-around championship of the World Cup of Gymnastics. The all-around champion, the combined score of all 4 events. Consistency the key. Next up on the uneven parallel bars, Steffi Kraker of East Germany. And remember, Maria Filatova, the Soviet Union, leads with a 9.75.
Here she's getting ready to go for a backflip. That's the one that Olga Korbut made famous in 1972. Well, she has another difficult move coming up right here with a free hip with a full twist. She completed it very smooth. Now she's getting ready for a dismount, which is also a little different. Nice routine.
Steffi Kraker of East Germany. That little step she takes at the end, Nancy, that's just a minor deduction.
As long as she has control. Watch how Steffi finishes the twist before her body's even in the perpendicular. Now on the dismount coming up, she'll delay bringing her second leg in to build up more momentum as she's going for it. And here it comes.
Her score, a 9.7, And that puts Steffi Kraker in second place, just 0.05 of a point behind Maria Filatova. Here's 15-year-old Lisa Cawthron of Arlington, Texas, in her first competition in Europe.
She does a strong front somersault over the low bar for a good beginning. She's swinging very well. I was just about Lisa's age when I was competing for the first time in Europe, and there sure is an awful lot of pressure put on these girls. Here she gets ready to go for her dismount, which is a hecht full twist off the bar. Solid landing. She's happy with that one.
And she should be. Lisa Cawthron of Arlington, Texas.
The only thing that the judges can deduct for is the lack of originality in Lisa's routine. She has good control in all of her tricks, but she just needs a few things to spice up the routine.
Her score, a 9.25, so that'll put Lisa just about in the middle of the group. Here's the favorite, Elena Mukhina of the Soviet Union. She was second to Nadia Comaneci in the European Championships. She needs a 9.8 to take over first place from Maria Filatova.
Charlie, watch this routine closely because it is something else. And she's going to get ready to go for a back with a full twist. She's a little worried about it in warm-up. Great!
Oh,
she made
super.
it. She really has good control. Elena is the first girl to perform some of these tricks in international competition. Now watch her dismount here. Super routine.
Outstanding. Elena Mukhina of the Soviet Union. She'll be in the upper nines battling for the lead.
Elena has good control as she goes into her twisting moves here. And then she's going to move into her dismount. Now, it's a hecht with a back out, and what is so difficult about it is that she's going totally against the laws of gravity. She has to pull it over completely by herself, and we'll see that point right here.
Her score, a 9.8. She has the lead in the all-around. So in the first of 4 events in the all-around, Elena Mukhina is first. Maria Filatova is second. Steffi Kraker is third. Lisa Cawthron of the United States is tied for 11th. And Denise Cheshire of the United States is 16th. We'll be back with more of the World Cup of Gymnastics in just a moment.